This is a 2008 Infiniti QX56 right here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington. Now my sales staff gives me a hard time. They always say, why do you even do videos about the QX56s? They do sell very, very quickly, and they tend to be sold before they even make it online. We have 3 of them in stock, for example, within the past 72 hours that we've taken in on trade, and already 2 of them have found new homes and new driveways here in the greater King County area. This one has just come out of the detail shop, this 2008 in Onyx Black, or what's Infiniti's variation of probably the most popular color in any sport utility that there is. Now in 2008, part of the freshening of the body style, if you can sum it up in one word, is chrome. There's an awful lot of chrome going on a monochromatic paint scheme, but a big, bold chrome grille, gold, very, very thickly dipped chrome 20-inch wheels, replacing the old 18-inch wheels. Heavy chrome accents on the sides, chrome on the mirrors, chrome on the door handles, chrome on the roof rack rails. It is a very visually exciting vehicle, one that you feel very, very great out on the road. It turns a lot of heads, and probably the single most popular color is this black. Now, let's come take a look around. Other changes in 2008, probably the most usable of those changes comes from the interior. Now, if you know a little bit about the QX56, it came out in 2004 and was the first of the Japanese real flagship sport utilities, and competed head-on with the Denalis and Escalades and so forth of the world. Well, as they improved their game over the years, Infiniti needed to improve theirs, and by 2008, maybe Infiniti had fallen half a step behind everybody else, so they completely redid the interior with much higher quality leather, higher quality wood, just a very gourmet feast for people who like the more opulent interiors. This is as nice an interior as there is in the sport utility game. Huge in the front area, all kinds of room, doesn't matter how big or small you are, it's very, very easy to get and comfortable. And then in the center, again, all kinds of leg room. It doesn't matter if you're 7 feet tall, you can get very, very comfortable in the middle rows of a QX56. This one has a big advantage. This one was special ordered with a center bench seat, which means it can accommodate 8 passengers instead of just 7. Now the irony of it is, when this was new, 8-passenger seating was not all that popular, and so you didn't see a lot of people order them with the center bench seat. Well, now 8-passenger seating is super popular, and anytime we get one in with a bench seat, it is sure to fly out the door. This one also has not only heated seats in the front, but it has heated seats in the back as well. Also, not only, you can see the tag here that says SRS airbag, so there's airbags integrated into the driver's seat, but there's actual airbags that extend from the front of the vehicle all the way to the back, side curtain airbags that spill down in a waterfall type of manner. If you're ever struck from the side, it protects you from not only the impact of the vehicle that's broadsiding you, but from any glass. Let's take a look around in the back. With the push of a button, the tailgate opens up all by itself. And one of the great things about the newer models of the QX56s is that they have power folding rear seats. And so you can have 2 passengers in the back and fold down just the one side, or you can have 1 passenger in the back and fold down the big side, your choice. And so it gives you a lot of flexibility in this configuration right here. I can still seat 7 passengers comfortably and have a lot more space available as my needs dictate. Quick shot over to Costco, and I can load this thing up for bear. Again, as you look all the way around, tires are all new, they're all 10-30 seconds remaining, and that's the number we're always looking for on tires and brakes, is something out of 10, and these tires are 10 out of 10. The front brakes are 10 out of 10 as well, they're new, and the rear brakes are 5 out of 10, or 50% remaining. One of the big things about Infiniti of Kirkland is we're really big on the service of the vehicle and how much service has been done and how much service has been left. Now this one, the most major service in any Infiniti is that 60K quote-unquote service, and so it's expensive, and we know that, and a lot of people prefer to do it privately. They'll go to, you know, their own professional mechanic that they trust to do the work on their car, and that's fine. It's just, it's not what we can use if we're going to retail a car. If we're going to retail a car, that 60K has to have a receipt from an Infiniti dealer. And so if we find a car that's been serviced privately but does not have its receipt for a 60K from an Infiniti dealer, well then we're just going to go ahead and do it. And so it's just been done on this car. So now your service intervals kind of start at ground zero because everything's just been done on this car. I'm going to take a look, walk around. We can take a look inside. Now power has gone up by 2008. This one has 320 horsepower to go with 393 foot-pounds of torque. It's very fast, which is unusual for a big sport utility. A lot of sport utilities, they'll pull well, or they've got nice guts where they can, you put your foot on the gas and nice things happen. This isn't like that. This is fast. In fact, a lot of the reported times that you see from 0 to 60 go down as low as 6.9 seconds from 0 to 60. It wasn't that long ago that Chevy Corvettes were 0 to 60 in 6.9. This car is fast. It still tows very well. It tows 8,900 pounds in four-wheel drive, tows 9,000 pounds even in two-wheel drive. So it hauls, doesn't matter if you have horses, a fifth wheel, a boat, some jet skis, it'll tow anything that you want. But just for sheer daily driving, it drives like a car, not just like any car, like a sports car. Now the suspension is fully independent all the way around on all QX56s, and ever since they came out in 2004, it's the thing that makes them very distinctive in the marketplace. A lot of people, my wife included, we have one of these, we have a silver one. My wife is not all that big, and she's intimidated by a lot of sport utilities that are just too big. However, despite the size of this drives much better than even much smaller sport utilities. Ours replaced a Lexus GX450. The Lexus GX is smaller, in fact it's substantially smaller than the Infiniti QX, but in every single category, not just in the magazines and the road tests, but in the real world, in every single category, the QX is easier, better, faster, and does it in a way even a smaller car like the GX470 can't. The brakes are much, much better on this than they are on the Lexus. The handling is not just a cut above, it's several cuts above. And so when you're taking sharp turns, like for us, we live in a hill right by the dealership here, and so we have to go down those really windy roads, and they're tree-lined roads, and in the winter, that can be icy, it can be treacherous, it can be dark, it can be a lot of things, and so a big sport utility can be a little bit unnerving driving around in circumstances like that. Not this one, not at all. This is really easy, and my wife feels really good. Very secure, very safe, and again, it feels like she's driving a car, not some big, cumbersome sport utility. Now again, heated seats in the front. This one has a heated steering wheel as well. And then like all QX56s, it's going to have navigation. This one has drop-down DVD, electronic glass moonroof, rear air conditioning as well as the front air conditioning. A totally different interior again for 2008. Great stereo system. They've always had the Bose stereo system, but this blows the old unit out of the water. All hands-free control, Bluetooth, push-button liftgate access. This one has it all. It's a great car. It's a great-looking car. It's not only that it's not a ton of money. I mean, you know what these new ones are going for, almost $80,000 now. But the resale value from here is unbelievable. We've been selling these at the auction with almost 200,000 miles, and they still bring in the teens. It just blows my mind how vehicles with such high miles bring so much money. Why? Because of the trust. People believe in these QX56s. They know they last a long time. They're built with a very, very high level of quality and refinement, and that at this point, you've taken on at least 60% of the original price of this car has come off, and you're buying this thing for 40 cents on the original dollar. From here, the resale value is magnificent. And for what you get, a beautiful, opulent, easy to drive, gorgeous car, your friends will be blown away, you'll be blown away. It's just fun to jump in your garage and see you've got this nice thing that you get to drive around in. The resale value alone makes it a great buy, but just how you feel about it, how nice it is, and how your friends are so impressed. take a chance. Come down to the Infiniti store. Come down to Infiniti of Kirkland. Drive one of these. But before you pull the trigger, give us a call. Come see what a really, really pure, nice, original one looks like. Take it out for a nice drive, and then you make the final decision. Is it worth your time and trouble to come take a look at Infiniti of Kirkland style Infiniti? And is it worth our price? I would say this: if this video is more than 2 weeks old, this car is already gone. But if you have a chance and it's early on in this video's history on YouTube, or if you're looking at it on our website, give me a call, Joe Tunney, 425-821-1600. Drop me an email at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com, or just pop into the dealership here in Kirkland, Washington, and say, hey man, I want to take that thing out for a nice drive. Let's go take it over to the wineries right over here in Woodinville. Take it over to Chateau Ste. Michelle or Columbia Winery, Red Hook Brewery, all the nice things that we have around here. See for yourself. This is as good as it gets. Again, Joe Tunney, infinitiofkirkland.com.